Hi guys, this is Dawn with Furtastic Friends, and today we're starting a new craft project. This project will be making a wreath. And yeah, I know y'all are looking at this and going, what in the heck is she talking about? That's a pizza pan. Yep, we are going to make a decorative, well, it is a wreath, but it's going to be just like a decorative wreath. But I'm going to show you. Now, I picked up this pizza pan from the Dollar Tree because they're only $1. And it's just a basic, I guess, stainless steel. I'm assuming is what these are. It doesn't say. But it's just, I'm assuming 12 or 15 inches across. And all you do is just take off the paper, and what's even neat is that you could use the front or you can use the back. That will be your personal preference, okay? So you decide whether you want to use the front or you want to use the back. Then give the edge a coating of white, especially if you're going to use this side. Or actually, you don't have to do that either. You could leave it silver. I chose to give my edge a coating of white. I didn't think it all the way through when I was painting, and I painted the whole tray. You don't have to waste your paint because we're going to be covering the center part up, so don't waste your paint. Okay, here is my pizza tray. And this is my second pizza tray that I've painted. So I actually didn't paint the whole center. I misted it, but I didn't paint it all the way. So then you're going to also need a placemat from the Dollar Tree. And it can be any placemat that you want because they have lots to choose from. And this one I've already cut down to fit inside the inside circumference of the pizza pan. Now, if you're doing the back side, you would do the same thing, except you would stop at the edge on the back side. But I cut this down to fit inside the pizza pan. And this is the one that I chose. This one says, always stay humble and kind. And I loved the little vined stuff that went around it. So that's the one that I chose. And so now I need to glue this down. And I thought about using hot glue, but these are plastic, and sometimes hot glue can leave lumps, and I really don't want that to show through. So I'm going to use my Eileen's tacky glue, and I'm just going to put down, make sure that there's no hair and stuff like that on there. I'm just going to put down a good coating of Eileen's tacky glue. That's why I've got my brush out here. Because I just do not want the hot glue to leave bubbles. But those placemats are pretty thick. So I'm not going to skimp on the glue either. And I figured by putting it down with this brush, I should get a really nice even coat. Okay, it's starting to dry on me, which means I need a little more. course, I really want to get the edges. But we're going to also be gluing a trim on these edges. So, you know, if something were to like slightly come up, I'm not worried about that because we're going to have a trim that goes along the edge to cover that. Okay, and so here we go. See, that's what I wanted. I'm not going to have any bubbles. I probably could have cut it down even more because it's still a little bit bigger than the inside of the pizza tray. Yeah, I could have cut it down a little bit more. So if you make this, make sure that you definitely cut off enough of your placemat so that it lays down nicely inside the pizza tray. But right now, everything's laying down very nicely and very smoothly. No bubbling like I was afraid it would do if I used hot glue. Okay, guys, I'm going to let this dry for maybe 15 to 30 minutes because I don't want to put on, because I'm using some rope trim around the edge. And I will be using hot glue for that. And so I don't want to do that on the wet glue. So after I've given that a time to do some drying, we'll come back to move on to the next step. Okay, guys. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of this Dollar Tree nautical rope and I'm going to glue this around the edge. And I've already got my hot glue warmed up. And basically, that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to start at the top so that my seam is hidden by the bow. Hope I'm in frame. But basically all I'm doing is I'm just put some glue all along the edge and just glue this rope down. And good thing I brought some hot glue because I'm just on the point of running out. And make sure you just hold it there for a few moments so that it has time to grip. And just do an inch, couple of inches at a time because, you know, hot glue can dry pretty fast. And you don't want your hot glue to dry before you can get that rope down. I think I'm going to hang this in my bathroom since the bathroom colors are similar to this color of this placemat. because I was thinking, where was I going to hang this? And then it dawned on me that this is similar to the color in my bathroom. I should have gotten more than one placemat while I was there, because then I could make more than one. But sometimes I don't always think these things through. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm just gluing it all the way around the inside edge. I'm going to finish gluing this around, and then I'll be back after I'm done and I come around to the top edge. Okay guys, I have got my trim glued down. Now I am going to glue on some decorations. Now I've been messing with this lamb's ear that I think would go gorgeous on the top. So I think that I am going to glue that down. Now all I did was take 2 sprigs of lamb's ear, and I've used some twist ties to keep them together in the middle. And I'm just going to glue those down as my base, and then on top of this I will put probably some flowers and a bow, and I don't know, that might be it, but I think I'm gonna glue that right there. Let me get one of my protectors because I don't want to burn myself. When you're using high temp glue and you're using a lot of it, you definitely want something like a silicone spatula or these little silicone fingertip things, because I have burnt myself very badly with hot glue. And so I'm just holding that in place just to make sure that it actually stays in place, because I did put a large dollop of hot glue down there. Okay, and so now I'm just gonna fluff out my lamb's ear. Okay, and now I think I might have made my bow too little, but I don't know yet. Let's see. Because I want to put a bow on, and I want to, yeah, the bow's too little, because I want to put on some flowers. And all I'm doing is taking a piece of this burlap ribbon, And I'm folding it in half. And then where they meet in the middle, I'm going to glue those two pieces in the middle right here. And then that way I can make a continuous piece. So let me put my hot glue protectors on again, because I don't want to burn myself. Because this ribbon is sheer, and you will burn yourself if you don't protect your fingers. Okay. So just like that, just glued it together so that way it's now attached. And then now I'll take a piece of jute twine and put that across the middle, and then I'm going to tie it in the middle to make the center of my bow. Now I hope I didn't make it too big. I think I made it lopsided is what I did. Okay, let me fix it. Okay, guys, I fixed the bow, and actually the one that was too little, I put on top. So now I've got a double bow. And I am now going to glue that here in the middle. And I'm running out of hot glue. Now this is wired ribbon, so if your ribbon goes flat, don't worry about it. We'll fluff it back up. But just make sure that you do hold it for a few moments so that it does adhere. Don't like just put it down and then move your fingers because the hot glue hasn't had time to, oh, these glue strings, hasn't had time to grip. More glue strings. Okay. Now, I'm not actually going to fluff my ribbon just yet. I want to put down some flowers. And I am using my wooden flowers that I got. Oh my goodness, why can't I think of the name of the company? You guys saw my haul video where I got these wooden flowers from. So I am going to use them on this wreath. I thought this white one would be gorgeous right there. And I was thinking maybe, no, those pink ones aren't going to go, but maybe this pretty one that looks just like this color along with the wood coloring, because then it would tie in that to go at the bottom, and then maybe two little white ones to go next to it. So I might need to trim off this flower just a little bit so that it's flat on the back. Because these are handmade, so don't worry if you need to trim them a little bit. I mean, most stuff needs a little trimming when you're working with crafts. Okay. So I'll put that one there. I'm going to put a little, oh, I think my hot glue stick fell out. Oh well. So I'm going to put some hot glue on the back of the flower. And then I'm going to stick it right there. And if you wanted, if you have any little flowers just like this, you could actually put them all the way around the edge if you wanted to. I thought about doing that as well. But I think with the lamb's ear and the bow, I think just a few flowers is going to be enough. Okay, and this one looks fine. I don't think I'm going to have to trim this blue one. And so I'm going to put him right there. I'm sorry, I'm probably out of frame, but I'm going to put that one right there. I probably have even more paint on my fingers now because I've been painting. And these glue strings. these little white buds right next to it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to hang this with some command strips that I'll attach to the back. And then I'll hang it on the wall that way. So that way I'm not putting any nails or holes in the wall. Glue strings. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I am not going to put anything else on it. Yep, that's it. Okay, guys, I will show you a picture here at the end. Let me clear off my table, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, guys, there's the finished product. My little pizza pan wreath using Dollar Tree products. And I'll be hanging this in my bathroom. Well, actually, the only thing that wasn't Dollar Tree were the wood flowers. Everything else came from the Dollar Tree. I love their placemats. I actually have another placemat project coming up that you'll see on my channel soon. But while I have you, I have another craft project that I just recently finished. It took me quite a while to finish it because I've been working on it for a while, but I'm going to go ahead and show you it. This is a wooden cross that I bought at the Dollar Tree and that I finally finished. I painted it silver, and then on this side I glued some purple sparkly paper and then printed out a decal on my Cricut that says "Walk in Faith" and glued that over the purpley paper. So that way the purpley paper still showed through the decal. And then I glued some moss and some purple flowers at the bottom. But I made this a twofer. On the other side, I left it silver, but I used my Cricut again and printed out a white banner on vinyl, and then I printed out the words in black on vinyl, and it says "He is risen." Then I glued on some moss and white flowers, and then a small vine crown at the top. So that is another project I recently was finally able to complete. So guys, that is what I've been working on. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll subscribe and hit the bell, because then that way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And as always, love, hugs, and kitty kisses. See you next time.